Hello, everybody out there in internet land, and welcome to the Dirty Balls podcast. I would say what episode it is, but at this point, I've lost track. A couple of weeks ago, we did an episode, and we titled it An Eventful Weekend. Now, I think this weekend we've had was a little bit more eventful than that one, even though we've been at home
36
the entire time. 36, there we go. All right. So, it's been a wild couple of days in Hickory, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Word.
For shizzle.
Alan, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Jennifer, how are you doing?
Pretty good.
And I'm doing just tickety-boo fine myself.
Tickety-boo.
Now, before we get into our wild weekend, and I think the best way to do this is just start at Thursday and go through the timeline linearly. I can never say that word. But before we get to our homestand and our eventful weekend that I really want to talk about, I want to play a game. Remember, we did this last week. We liked it. And we're going to do it again this week, and I feel like you guys are going to like this one.
Is the answer written down on there?
No.
Okay.
All right.
But before we start, do we want to talk about what happened Tuesday?
Okay, yeah, sure.
If that's what you'd rather do.
Because, I mean, I want to open this one up with a rant, because I got one.
Well, great. We've not done that in a few episodes.
Tuesday was the South Atlantic League All-Star Game.
What?
The laptop's hitting that cord and making it bounce a little.
Yeah, you might want to move the laptop just a little closer to you.
Okay, anyway.
I also don't like the lighting, but I don't know if there's anything.
Hey, look, we don't do this late at night often. It's
This is Dirty Balls After Dark.
Dirty Balls After Dark. Viewer discretion is advised.
Every episode is viewer discretion advised.
This is extra.
We should start saying that.
Look, because we've been tailgating today. It was my 21st birthday tailgate. We had a ton. So maybe a little bit of extra viewer's discretion.
Please turn your ringer off during the
Please
recording
lick
process.
my dirty balls.
It's starting early. All right, get to your rant, Alan. I want to hear it. Hit me with it like a fastball to the face.
The All-Star Game was Tuesday. We had a home run derby. Our guy Curtis Terry came.
Oh, I know what your rant's going to be about.
I don't.
Curtis Terry, he won the home run derby. I don't know how many home runs he hit.
A lot.
A lot. And Jonathan Ornelas got Defensive Player of the Game. So
How many plays he make?
A lot.
Which I think that song should be called A Little Bit, just to piss people off. But anyway.
Yeah, that'll get him.
Yeah. My rant is, why in the hell did our players, why did the South Atlantic League players who busted their asses all year long to get picked to be in a game that goes on their resume that shows that they're good, not have fucking special jerseys?
What do you mean?
There's not an all-star jersey.
They didn't have all-star jerseys.
Okay. I will disagree with that. I don't think you need all-star jerseys. The Major League Baseball All-Star Game, they wear special jerseys in batting practice. They wear special jerseys during the home run derby. But during the game itself, they wear their jerseys. And I like that.
That's what the South Atlantic League did. Well, I don't know if it's determined by where they play at or what. In Columbia, Charleston? Columbia, that's what they did.
I don't think there needs to be...
They wore the all-star jerseys, but during the game they wear their regular.
See, I don't think there needs to be special all-star jerseys because you're representing your team and you get to be in your team's jersey during the game and still representing. But I will give you that I think there needs to be a special one for, like, batting practice at least.
Right.
But then in the Carolina League, and I think all the stuff above that, they wear all-star jerseys that say East and West or whatever it is.
I mean, because when we went to Columbia a couple years ago, Ricky Valencia was, selected, and I knew that they were going to auction the jerseys off, and I asked Chris and Teresa, did they want to have Ricky's jersey because that was their player at the time, and they said no. And then I asked Ricky, did he want it? And he said, hell yeah, he wanted it, because he wanted to give it to his family. And I said, okay, well, we're going to make this happen. And he said, no. He's like, it's okay. They'll let me have it. And I'm like, no, Ricky, they're not going to let you have that jersey. I said, it's going to be auctioned off to somebody, but don't worry, we'll make it happen. You'll get your jersey. And I mean, I'll never forget just how bummed he was when we showed up at the autograph session. He was worried about not getting that jersey. You know, and me and Chris and Teresa talked, you know, hey, do y'all, you know, would y'all like to go in halves on the jersey just in case? It's expensive. I'm willing to do that if you guys are, because I really want him to have it. And they said, sure. And that's what we done. You know, and then everybody signed the jerseys when they brought them up to give them out at the end of the night, and they, you know, handed us Ricky's jersey, and they were looking for the autograph to show where it was. I said, nope. I said he didn't sign his own jersey because he knew we were getting it
for him.
So that's what brings me to this past All-Star game, because I won't chase his jersey. You know, if I want to have one of his game-worn jerseys to hang up in the man cave whenever we get it done. And
can't we just call it the ball cave? Why
or
does that
just
have to be a
the
man
studio.
cave?
There's a woman on our podcast, Alan, you insensitive jerk.
well, man. Anyway, but you know.
Jesus.
Okay.
So, but, and I asked him, you know, did he want it? And he said, yeah. And I'm fine with giving the player their jersey, you know, because I know that it's going to them and it's going to their family, and it ain't going to some peckerhead that's going to pay $75 and then throw it on eBay and try to flip it. As y'all can see,
No, those guys are the worst.
I don't get rid of nothing. You know, it means more than anything. So I'm not getting rid of it. You know, and I'm probably going to let, you know, it's Yanio's jersey, you know, his very first one. Well, yes, we have it, but when his daughter gets old enough, I'm giving her the damn jersey.
That's
because
great.
that was
That's
his very first professional jersey. I mean, we're holding it, and it means everything to us, but it's going back to his family. So, but they didn't have jerseys, and it just irritates the piss out of me. But I guess that's my rant.
Well, for those reasons, I agree. I don't think there needs to be special jerseys during the game.
Yeah, during the game, that's, you know, yeah, I'm with you on that. But like the
I don't
batting
think
practice,
so. I think they should have all-star jerseys to wear during the game.
Well, because then there's no identity if they do that. Don't you want to be like, oh, that
The
guy's
hats.
representing the Power, that guy's representing the Dads,
hats.
that guy's representing Charleston, which why would you? And, you know, just having a...
yeah, well, I'll take it back. They should have special jerseys and keep their baseball and keep their hat team.
Well, that's a good way of doing both.
Yeah, it's a both for both spectrums. But yeah, South Atlantic League, I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know the rule. Hey, I would love to find out why did we not have jerseys. And I don't know if Carolina League had their jerseys. Usually they tweet stuff out like that and give you an idea what they look like.
I didn't even see. I
I didn't see
one
it. Maybe
picture.
it was the entire minor league baseball. I don't know. But I just think it should.
Well, no, somebody had them there. I saw an East and a West, but I don't know. I don't even know who all has Double A already had All-Star break.
I think so. Because last week when we announced all our All-Stars, they were all announced except for AAA and Major League. So I think all the other ones, except Rookie Ball, because they just barely started. And I don't even know if they have All-Star games.
I don't know.
All right.
So, okay.
You want to play a game?
Let's play a game.
Hey,
Yay!
game time. All right.
We're going on a trip?
No, we're not going on a trip. No, we're...
We're
Well,
not
actually,
going on a
we
trip.
kind of are.
Yeah,
We kind of are. All
We're
right.
going on a
We
trip to
stopped at
a
the liquor store?
ballpark.
No, we're not stopping at a liquor store. Maybe after the game.
Okay, maybe.
All right. Okay, so for those of you who didn't...
Or spraying brains.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough of that. All right.
Okay, fun, please.
Anybody that didn't see the podcast last week, we started a game where I will read a one-star review of a park that we've been to, or maybe we haven't been to this one, but it's relevant. And
Wow. How are we supposed to know what to guess if you don't even know if we've been to the ballpark?
trust me. And anyway, they have to guess the ballpark. And it's going to be a real fun game. The first episode was fun. It was Winston-Salem, and it's always fun to pick on Winston-Salem. And now here comes episode 2, all right? Are you ready?
Sir, could you put your phone down and pay attention to the instructor?
Now, he's listening. All right. I would never set foot in their ballpark. They should be ashamed of the way they mocked Tim Tebow last weekend. Unsportsmanlike, classless organization. Do they treat all visiting players like that? I hope their ticket sales plummet.
I'm going to go ahead and say that Charlotte, since Tebow was just there.
Okay. Alan?
But I mean, it could be anywhere because that's how
because of that
those people are.
Those kind of people. And we have not been to this ballpark?
I don't know. I don't know if we have or not, but I thought it was relevant.
Have we, me as
yeah, there's no hints. Come on, the timer's going.
Yeah, no hints. Just lock in your answer.
Da, da,
you know we've been at this.
Da, da, da.
The Mudcats.
Okay. The reason why I chose this particular one is because it's a complete toss-up. Anywhere you go, if anybody says anything even slightly negative about the Golden Boy Tim Tebow, there is insane backlash. It happened to us.
That's what I feel like. There were some lines pretty much just like that.
There were a few one-star reviews of the Crawdads in this same vein when Tim Tebow played that night there.
Yep.
And so for that reason, I thought that'll be fun because it can really be anywhere. But, and you guys are going to flip your shit, this was a review of the Charleston River Dogs.
No, we have not been there.
At all, have you?
I've not, no, but it said unsportsmanlike, classless organization, and that's why I thought Charleston, unsportsmanlike and classless.
It all makes sense now.
It would be.
It comes full circle.
Yes. So in only the second episode of our new game, I've already broken the main rule of us being there. But next week I'll return to the format that I had originally set.
The regularly
I'm okay with that
format.
So they came to town this weekend, Alan.
Yes, they did.
You want to start with Thursday?
Thursday was Thirsty Thursday. Yeah, started with it.
All right. You want to maybe tell them what happened?
Well, as usual, the umpires suck.
You want to tell them what Cole Enright did, which doesn't happen a lot?
Cole's Enright, his parents were here in Hickory. So, Cole went yard.
Only his second home run of the year.
Second home run of the year. You know, and it was cool that his dad was there to witness it.
And by yard, we mean absolutely yickety. It went over the signs, past the poles.
In right field.
In right field.
Hit it out of sight in right.
Thanks. And then, the very next night, he did it again. But we're not done with Thursday yet.
No, we're not done with Thursday at all.
What else happened on Thursday?
The umpire sucked!
We already said that, Jennifer. But I'm glad that you reiterated it because they really do.
Well, if you already said that, I was trying to think.
We lost.
One of our players, who has recently been moved up, got into a war of words with an umpire. Remember?
I'm trying to put my days together. So much happened.
That's why I got
Yeah, that's why
here,
we're starting on Thursday. We're just going through the timeline here.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Because usually we start here, go there, back there, and get in the DeLorean.
We do it Star
reverse.
Wars style. We start and then prequels and crazy shit all over the place. So, yeah. Yeah, Curtis Terry got ejected. He was yelling very, very loudly. I heard him yell fucking bullshit very loudly. On his way back in the dugout, Matt was trying to calm him down. Hagen, that is. The other Matt tried to calm somebody else down. But we'll get there. And so, yeah, the umpires were shitting the bed on Thursday. As usual, did we win the game?
No.
Okay, we lost that game. And, Curtis Terry got ejected and then moved up.
Yeah, he got ejected. He tried to call time in the middle, of his bat, and they don't grant. For some reason, these two umpires do not grant us time.
Yeah.
Mainly the one that was that night and tonight. We throw our hands up. He doesn't care, and the pitcher just slings it in there, and we have to swing. So, in the strike zone, like I said, went from above his head to the shoelaces. I mean, the catcher was actually sitting on the ground. His ass on the ground, knowing all he has to do is catch it, and he's going to call it a strike. And Curtis Terry let him know how bad he sucked.
Now, if getting into it at a Crawdads game means you're about to be called up, then Down East is going to need to build a bigger clubhouse because, well, now we get to talk about Friday.
Well, actually, let's go back in time.
Oh, back again.
Let's go back in time. Thursday. Well, no, it's the same day.
Okay.
There's a promotion in the organization that is very surprising.
What's that?
Leote got called up to Frisco.
All right, good on him.
So, and then I saw something on Twitter today. In his second game, he went 3 for 4. So he's still on a tear. So get him, Leote. So okay, yeah. What happened yesterday?
Oh, you want me to talk?
Hey,
about it?
if you let Jennifer talk about it, since I had opened up with this one. What happened
Jennifer?
yesterday? She don't remember what happened.
What happened yesterday?
Tell us the basic version, and I'll fill in all your
What
huge
happened
gaps.
yesterday is, see, we have a potluck dinner tomorrow night. So I was like, Alan, what do you want to make for the potluck? And he was like, I don't know. I don't want to make nothing. And I was like, well, let's make a poke cake. And he said, no, I want to make a dump cake. So I was on my phone on Pinterest looking for dump cake recipes.
Oh, this
and
all
then,
okay.
all of a sudden, all hell broke loose on the field.
And now I get to talk about it.
Well, technically, no, we were in the wrong seat. We were in our right seats, and somebody got our seats, and we were going to leave, but we decided not to.
That is true.
Because I got a free beer out of it.
We were going to go ahead and leave so that we could get stuff for our tailgate for today.
Well, it's a great thing y'all decided to stay because
You damn right.
we all got to mark something off our bucket list. It was the first time I've ever seen this happen live at a game. I don't know about it for
Same for me.
twice, the second time for you. At a baseball game. We go to hockey. We've seen this plenty. But anyway, there was a fight. A bench clearing fight. A bitch
It wasn't
clearing
a
fight.
It was not a fight.
It was somebody talking shit and then running
There
away.
was a punch thrown.
There was a punch. That doesn't mean it's a fight, though.
It was a brawl. A bench clearing
Yeah,
brawl.
Then what do you want
The
to
bench
call
is
it?
cleared.
Yeah, and they call that.
There was a bench clearing
brawl.
altercation.
See,
Altercation.
A bench clearing altercation doesn't sound fun. A
It
bench
doesn't
clearing
sound
brawl.
fun, but that's what it was.
Yeah, but they call every single time the bench is clear, they call it a bench clearing brawl, even if it's not even that much happening.
Well, we're going to make sure that it's right, and it's an altercation if there was no fight.
It was still fun.
Or a brawl.
Look, the crowd was hot. They loved it. Everybody was cheering
Somebody's getting on Urban Dictionary.
real loud.
I'm going to look up definition of brawl.
And anyway, I'd like to say what happened. Shirtan
What had
Apostle.
happened was...
Shirtan Apostle was up to bat, and he got pitched really close. A little bit of chin music.
A rough or noisy fight or quarrel.
Quarrel. Okay, can we call it a bench clearing quarrel?
There we go. But first, you got to tell them who was on base while Shirtan was up.
Melvin?
That's what started.
Yes, Melvin was on
A
base.
scuffle, a tussle, a rumpus, an altercation.
A bench clearing
rumpus.
rumpus.
A commotion, an uproar, so... A brouhaha!
A
There we go.
brouhaha! A bench clearing brouhaha
The
happened.
episode name of this episode is BRUOHAHA.
I gotta go
You're
home
welcome.
and figure out how to spell brouhaha so I can put
Google.
Oh,
that.
it's right here.
Hey Siri, how you spell BRUOHAHA?
No, that's not even how you say it.
BROUHAHA.
There are 2 words pronounced like that. B.
Okay, alright. Well, Siri, shut up. Alright, so, Shirtan Apostle, after getting the chin music and getting kind of cleared a little bit off the plate, steps back in, hits a monster home run over the signs, probably to the road, just is how we like to think about it. And anyway, so he kind of stands there for a minute and watches it, and like he can do, because he just hit a bomb at home, and you get to watch it a little bit. It's okay. And then he carries the bat halfway down the first base line with him, and then does a little flip ski over towards the Charleston dugout. And Melvin Navola rounds third, comes home, and the catcher, the absolute bitch of a catcher that plays for the Charleston River Dogs, whose name is Anthony Siegler, started talking some mess. And Melvin Navola gave him a little shove, and then it was on. Melvin threw a punch, which I saw, and I heard unconfirmed reports that Shirt threw a punch too, which makes sense because he was in street clothes tonight, wasn't even in the dugout or anything. Melvin was in the dugout because we talked to him before the game, but
Well,
yeah.
he caught the first pitches.
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
If you go to baseballamerica.com and Google it, they actually have the video from right behind home plate, and you can watch pretty much everything that happened. And when Surtain hit the ball, he watched, he watched it, carried the bat a little bit. You can't see him flip the bat. And then when he's coming home, Melvin, comes across first. And you see the catcher just eyeballing
running that mouth. You could see him running.
And he wasn't talking to Melvin. He was talking to Shirt. And then all of a sudden, Melvin got up in his face. He said something. Melvin pushed him, knocked him back a little bit. He didn't fall, but he should have.
Don't watch the Baseball America one. Watch the one on my YouTube channel, Ethan Benfield. And if you're just now checking this podcast out from starting over at that channel, now you're here. Hey, welcome aboard. How you doing? You're a dirty baller now, just like we are.
I want to know what kind of camera Baseball America has.
Yeah, it's a damn good camera.
Damn, that's like 7,000. That's 7K right there. Anyway, there was a couple of highlights of the fight. There was the fact that Matt Watley, of all people, was the one trying to calm Surtain down, which is A, funny, because if you look at him, that's like me trying to calm down Allen, and B, Matt Watley is always the one that's mad.
It looks like Pedro tried to rush in there to stop it all.
Yeah, and that's another one, too. Pedro tried to calm everybody down. And
Matt was trying to get everybody.
Matt's the hothead, and he's being the voice of reason.
And what was funny, too, is when Melvin put hands on Anthony, you see Hagen.
Hands are in the air.
You see Hagen. No!
Because Hagen is soft. I said it. He doesn't send anybody. Let's see. A couple more highlights was the fact that Surtain got pulled away, went back in a second time, got pulled back into the dugout, and then hopped the dugout fence and went in for a third time. You won't see that on the Baseball America video. You'll see that on my video, and you'll get a lot of super biased commentary over it, too.
And the first base coach, JJ, running.
Yeah, he seemed pretty heated about stuff.
He was pissed,
it
too.
moves off camera pretty.
It didn't end there, either. That game kept getting more wild because there were some weird injuries. There were fireworks after, which is great. It was on Disney Princess Night, of all things.
Well, let's talk about this, too. Let's talk about our catcher, Matt Watley. Had a hell of a night. Huge slump, right before the break. He was trying his best to figure it out. He figured it out last night. I think he went 3 for 4. But he stole second base, not 1, not 2, but 3 times.
Would have been
and he
4.
Advanced to third on a wild pitch. That don't count as a steal. But he was, and then punk ass, what's his name?
Anthony Siegler.
Anthony could not throw him out.
Anthony Siegler.
And he's actually supposed to be a pretty damn decent, he's like a top ranked prospect in the Yankees organization.
Sorry about that, Yankee fans. You don't got a good catcher.
Yeah, they suck. Name one good Yankee catcher besides Yogi.
We'll wait.
Anyway, it was on Disney Princess Night, which is funny. The juxtaposition of, it's such a nice family and Disney and Tinkerbell and whatever. And then that happens. And also, Tim pointed out today that the biggest princess of all that night was Anthony Siegler. But it didn't end there. The game got crazier. We won, which is fun. Nick Snyder, a pitcher, he batted, got an at-bat, which is crazy in this league. That almost never happens. Shout out to Tyler DePretta Johnson. And then after the game, me and Scott and Jeremy went over to the place where we always stand and talk to our players. And the little bitch-made-ass punk, Anthony Siegler, I ain't got no motherfucking friends. He came over, hit him up. Anyway, he had to, walk on the warning track around because of the launcher ball. He couldn't walk across the field. And he got pelted with like 18 launcher balls. But that's not the funny part. The funny part was when he came around, and me and Scott and Jordan and Jeremy, I forgot to mention Jordan, all said, in the same vein as Max Muncy said to Madison Bumgarner the other day, if you don't like that home run, go get it out of the woods. And we pointed towards the woods and everything, and then he gave us a little shit-eating grin, and I said, or it might be in the river, or it might be in the Pepsi plant. Then he turned around and said the most empty insult that a player can give a non-player. And it's one that I will never understand at all, why it carries any kind of heat and why he would ever think it worked. He said to me, that's why I'm over here and you're over there. As in, I'm the player and you're the fan. Ooh, look at me, I'm such a big, strong athlete. I'm cool, I'm hard, me. Ooh, that's what he said. But he said it in the way of I'm out here and you're over there. So I said, oh yeah, you're in single A and you gave up 4 steals to a catcher. Good job. You really made it. And he goes, yeah, but I'm still out here, buddy, and you're over there. There's a reason. And the reason why that doesn't make any sense is because I'm not trying to be a player. I work at Wendy's. Do you think I'm trying to be a minor league baseball player? If I was, then I'd be like, ah, damn, he got me. I'm trying to live my dream. I want to be a player. I'm not, and he is. I'm so jealous. But that's not what happened because I'm not a player. I'm not trying to be a player. The last time I played organized baseball, I was 13 years old. I was in the 8th grade, Alan. And it just doesn't make any sense why he thinks he won because he just said, I'm out here and you're over there. Ooh, I'm a player. Lots of people are players. Bitch.
True that.
And then we got some fireworks, which was nice.
We didn't stay for that.
They were nice.
Go to Myrtle Beach.
You saw the fireworks on the field, though.
Yeah.
Those were the important ones.
Yes, sir.
Well, what do you guys think about celebrations?
Well, as a Carolina Hurricanes fan, you can't really say much about celebrating too hard.
Well,
Where's this going?
Do you think it's okay to flip a bat?
Yes. And it's
Do you
okay.
not?
Depends on how you flip it.
Why?
You can be tasteful in a bat flip, or if you can straight up disrespect Jose Batista fucking bat flip, then you should deserve to get punched by Odor in the face.
Still salty about that ALCS?
Yeah, well, you know.
As long as he doesn't go suck it, then
Well, the way he
why does it matter?
the way he done it was pretty much a suck it.
I'm over the 2011 ALCS, Alan.
Batista.
You should be over the 2011 ALCS, too.
Let it go. Let it go.
Can't hold it back anymore.
Oh, I can hold it.
And besides, he got his comeuppance. He got that fist.
Yes, he did.
So yeah, go check the fight out on Baseball America or on YouTube.com/Ethan.
But coming into today's game, Anthony was batting .306. Well, after tonight when he went 0 for 3 with a strikeout, he's down to .276, making those Chase numbers.
Did you just suck it?
I told him to.
Chase is coming up though. And going back, we're getting into the DeLorean. We got it in reverse.
What did you just say?
Got it into the DeLorean and put it in reverse.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know either.
Tanner, he was sent to Spokane for a rehab assignment. He should be there for
Boo!
But
14 or 15 days.
Tyreek is back
Yeah. Tyreek's back off the injured.
with different music.
Different music, yeah. So sad.
He's not too advanced anymore.
No, but I still said it, so hopefully he'll get the idea. And
I like these. Man, I knew y'all would say something about that. Mm-hmm. But man, the adrenaline from last night. I was up all night. I was excited.
not this guy, because I had to work this morning.
Yeah. Well, today, I guess. Is there anything else we want to say about the fight? It was cool to watch. It was my first one seeing it live. It was crazy that Matt Watley was the one trying to keep the peace. It was awesome seeing Shirt jump over 3 times. I wanted to see Anthony Siegler get ejected, but he didn't actually fight. He just talked shit and backed off.
But still, somebody from that team should have been ejected.
And it lit a fire. It put a chip on our shoulder, and it propelled us to an 8-1 win tonight.
Hopefully we can keep that chip, because, I won't playoff baseball. So,
Well, we're already guaranteed playoff baseball.
yeah, but, I don't have to drive. And there'll be days that, when I'm at work and we can't go, and it's going to piss me off because we can't go.
Well, you can either watch the Ducks or you can watch Chase.
True that.
So what did we do today?
We tailgated today. Finally.
Finally, the tailgate has come back to Hickory. Why'd I say it like
I
that?
don't know. Why did you say it like that?
Because tonight was John Reap night. He was there. He signed He signed autographs. He took pictures. He did a trivia contest about himself. He sung "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" after saying Eric Church was there, which I think a lot of people. At first, I was like, Eric Church is here, and I was like, oh wait, no, that's just John Reap being a silly ribber. And yeah. So, but anyway, it was fun. It's cool to see John Reap. Donna used to be one of his teachers, so she knows him pretty well. And
still didn't come down in 108 with us like he said he was going to. But
didn't come to the tailgate, but how was he supposed to know that? Twitter, that's how.
Fame has really changed him.
Yeah.
It just went to his hemi head. But John is super cool. I like him a lot. I think he's funny, and he likes his fans. So I'm not mad because he didn't remember. So.
Did Anthony give up any steals tonight? I don't think he did.
No, because he didn't catch.
I thought he did.
He was a DH.
Yeah, but I saw 22 behind the plate.
Warming up.
Yeah, okay. I wasn't paying half attention. Like I said, we tailgated today. I was in a different place.
How'd the umpires do today?
He actually done a hell of a lot better than he done Thursday night.
How are his nuts?
Yeah.
Oh, you hate to see it.
Yeah.
You hate to see
He
it.
went straight Tebow on this one.
Goodness. He took a foul ball pretty hard.
Dear Lord, baby Jesus, please let that pain go away.
To the nardial region. And it didn't look good. You hate to see it. But what you love to see is Shertan Apostle in complete street clothes signing autographs at the table next to all the guys that are in their uniform. I think that was so funny.
When was that? After the game?
Yeah. It was him and Melvin and Isaiah and I forgot who else. There was a fourth one, but I think maybe Yeri.
Gary had a super awesome game tonight.
He went 7 innings, or maybe even 8.
Only one hit.
He's a one-hit wonder through 7.
How'd Matt Watley do tonight?
Yeah, he did great too. Anyway.
He hit a home run.
Yes, he did.
Enough of this small talk. Alan, I've been quite frustrated lately.
Sexually?
No.
Really?
Alan, I've been quite frustrated lately.
Why have you been frustrated lately?
Well, you see, I just can't seem to get this glove to fit on my hand.
Why is that? Why do you have a glove?
It's just such a weird thing. Like this glove, even though it's an adequate size for my hand, I just can't seem to get it to fit on my hand.
Well, you know what happens if it doesn't fit?
I heard that you
gotta quit.
Well, while I try to get this seemingly perfectly sized glove onto my hand, it's really hard. While I'm doing this, could you please tell me about the promotion for this, specifically tomorrow?
Oh, that's tomorrow?
Monday. I'm so used to this being on Sunday.
I bet tomorrow is Church Bulletin Sunday. If I had to take a guess, that's what I would guess.
I mean, I did tell it on last week's episode because,
So start with Monday while I still try.
For what? What are you doing?
There's nothing to do here!
Go on now.
It just doesn't, I can't get it.
It's a Make a Difference Monday.
Oh, okay.
So.
But
what kind of things can you bring to the
It's
game?
a pregnancy care center. So bring some diapers, especially sizes 4, 5, and 6.
You say that word again, Ellen? Pregnancy?
Pregnancy.
Massachusetts.
Mm-hmm. New summer outfits, sizes 9 months, 4 to 8 ounce baby bottles, baby wipes, and baby lotion.
Hey, look!
Which I'm sure he has plenty of in his mother's basement.
It fits, Alan! Wow.
So does that.
What night are we on?
We're on Monday.
Tomorrow's social media
We
Sunday.
already said that.
Oh, okay.
And it's also a tribute to OJ night. So, which one? We don't know. But get ready for an interesting night. Dress up as OJ and get a $6 discounted ticket.
And by any OJ, there are
Which
lots.
one?
There are lots of
We don't
famous
know.
OJs out there.
And if
what
you
about
drive a white Ford Bronco, you get free parking.
But make sure you pull into the parking lot very slowly in that white Ford Bronco. Does it have to be white?
It has to be white.
Oh, okay. All right. Does it have to be a 94?
Probably. It doesn't matter.
Okay. Well, so yeah, OJ night, and I'm so glad that you have told me about that, because that really takes the edge off from how angry I am that I still can't get this glove to fit.
All right, Tuesday. Oh, by the way, we are playing Hagerstown. Games are starting at 7 o'clock now that it's, the second day of summer. Tuesday, the Suns, 7 o'clock. It's Dollar Dog Tuesday. All your hot dogs are $1, courtesy of Hebrew National. Hebrew, I said it wrong. Grab a drink, $2 craft pints, and Pepsi products are discounted as well. Wednesday is a day game. I don't have the promotions for that. Just know it's a day game. So
I don't think there usually are promotions.
No,
Yeah.
that's the promotion. Call out a work sick and go to the day game.
Is that all that happens on Wednesday?
Pretty much.
Can you believe this guy?
Do you know of any legal things happening Wednesday?
No.
Do you maybe know?
That might be legal.
Hold up. Do you know of any handsome, talented, funny podcast hosts that might be turning a year older on Wednesday?
No.
Well,
I
do.
don't know what you're talking about
Yeah,
now.
'cause you said
I thought we were
handsome.
talking about your birthday, but then you start talking about some handsome.
It's my birthday on Wednesday! Yay! I'm going to turn 21, and I got a trip lined up. On Friday, I'm going to Greenville, which is always a fun place to go to. So if you're in Greenville on Friday, come and say hello to your newly 21-year-old podcast host, Ethan Benfield. That's me.
Anyway, Thursday, the dads are taking a long trip down to Columbia. So, games at 7:05 down there. The promotion for that day is Thirsty Thursday. So, there you go. And it's also Firefighters Night. I don't know. So, Friday, 7:05. It's Mason's birthday. Mason is the mascot. So, and
Will
the
there be
first
cake?
1,500 fans get a free T-shirt. So, and I can't really tell what it says, but it has the home plate with the
Is it
logo.
colored?
It's a blue shirt with white writing.
Well, that's
And
cool.
I think it says, "There's no place like home," which is a pretty cool shirt. I like it. So, Saturday, games at 6:05, and it's a Daryl Davis on a violin.
Who the fuck that be?
A violinist in Charleston, South
Are
Carolina.
you just guessing?
All right.
No, he's a 25-year-old violinist.
Why he get a bobblehead?
It's not a bobblehead.
Is he? What color he be?
They also have fireworks.
No, because I'm looking at. I want to know if this is American music.
Sunday, the dads are still in Columbia. Game's at 5:05, and it's a Future Scholar 529 Splash Sunday. Cool off with the Fireflies fire truck and the splash zone every inning, which is super cool for the kids. Like I said, we were there
I'd like to go back there just for that because
We were
that was
there
cool.
last Sunday.
What the fuck?
I think the first 100 kids get a free beach towel, which is super cool.
That's definitely it.
And it's got a picture of Mason on it. And in between innings, they shoot water out from a fire hose.
See if you can find the Tim Tebow-esque review from the crawdads from that one woman that got real mad. Just look up Hickory Crawdads 1-star reviews. That's not the Daniel Davis we're looking for.
Yes, it is.
No,
Daryl
it isn't.
Davis. Yes, it is.
That's not the one we're looking for.
Yes,
That
it
is
is.
definitely not the one we're looking for. Do not even...
Right there, American musician. That is him.
Oh, okay, well. Anyway, see if you can find that
He's
one...
also an activist. Maybe against the Klans people, judging by these pictures.
I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know. Honestly, don't give a shit.
Jennifer showed me...
Look, black blues musician.
Jennifer just showed me a picture of him, and I saw a bunch of Klan stuff, and I was like, what the hell? But apparently he's an
Meet the
activist.
black blues musician who befriended the KKK.
Wow. Well, this just keeps getting curiouser. And see if you
And
can
they're
find
giving
the
out a bobblehead of just...
No, they're not giving a. It's a night dedicated to that
I thought
guy.
you said there there was a bobblehead.
No.
You said he was on a violin.
He's playing the violin, probably.
Well, normally when you say somebody is on something, like Conrad is on a llama.
I might have. I don't know. It's
But when you guys...
11 o'clock at night.
See,
and I've been up since 3:30 in the morning.
So this guy's going to be there? He's probably going to bring Klans members there.
I don't think that'll happen.
I think we might take a trip down to Columbia.
Just to see.
I mean, it's intriguing.
Yeah, it's intriguing as OJ night.
I'm going to have to read some more on this guy.
All right.
Speaking of OJ, everybody go follow him on Twitter.
Yeah.
I hear he's not verified, but he's on there.
Eat dicks, you're not verified. Please, I've asked a few times, try to find the 1-star review of Hickory about that from that woman that was
You should
mad
have
at
already
us.
had it saved on your phone.
I know. I can't because look, it's my phone's
Your
being
phone's
used
dead, right?
to record the podcast.
One day we'll step up
Alan.
and get an actual camera.
I know we will. But while Jennifer finds that, and just sort it, Lois first, in case you didn't know, I want to ask you an opinion because we were talking about the fight earlier. There's been this whole thing about, boys having at it and letting them play and everything and not being all over-regulated about the fights and the celebrations. I want to ask, and since we were talking about Joey Bats and his whole deal, what do you think the line is? Where does it stop being the boys playing and start being, all right, let's take control of this?
I mean,
I found it. It's just the first line. It just makes me laugh.
saying offensive stuff. Because there was a game last night. I think it was a Louisville, I don't know, high school, college. Well, it definitely wasn't high school. But, I don't know. The pitcher struck the guy out. And he eyeballed him all the way to the dugout and said, fuck you, get in the fucking dugout. I mean, we don't know what happened before that, but, that right there crosses the line. Because if I get struck out, I'm pissed for one because I struck out. And then I got some guy yelling, fuck you, no, come fuck with me. Because then we about to throw down. Because, I mean, that's crossing the line right there. I mean, if you jack one out in the opposing, if you're the opposing team and you jack one out and you stare at it or you flip that bat really hard, that's kind of cross the line. That's a shove in the face.
Bat flips are cool at home. Watching it is cool at home. Bat flips and watching it are both cool on the road. I
don't care about watching it because I want to see where the son of a bitch is going to go too.
If it's not overly dramatic bat flips or overly dramatically watching it, that's fine on the road. At home, do whatever the hell you want. But
because that's your home.
What I think, if you can sit there, light a cigar, smoke the whole thing, and then go around the bases if you want to at home. But what I think the line should be everywhere is any kind of language that brings up race or religion or sexuality or like a whole lot of cursing or anything like that, which is, easy for me to say. I curse all the time. But
do you think it's okay for a fan?
I think that's the one. We're not going to go there.
Because
we're not going to go there.
The opposing player.
We're not going to go there. Look, I got a little heated.
Who would do such a thing?
An asshole. A terrible, awful person.
A scumbag.
Not a scumbag, an asshole, a terrible, awful person that probably should apologize to Anthony Siegler but doesn't want to. Jennifer, do you have the review?
I wouldn't apologize.
Do you want to read it?
I mean,
No.
because,
You're so good at reading.
Oh, God. There is video of this already.
I deleted it. It was on the old channel. This is the most disrespectful group of people. ... Oh, yeah. So sad that the locals didn't embrace the excitement, it's all flooding back to me, of having a wonderful Christian role model playing on the opposing team. He is, that's true, this woman wasn't. The foul language and aggressiveness in Section 108, that's y'all, and me that night, is embarrassing. God bless the family that left from the row behind us. Just real saints. Embarrassing neighbors. Oh, so sad. So she gave us a Trump tweet because it ends with so sad. Embarrassing neighbors. The reasons why I did not enjoy that is because she was calling him a good Christian role model while also
T-Bone, your ass is so nice.
Doing that all
Me and
night.
your mama love your ass.
Hey, I found another. I'm gonna go ahead and just read this other 1-star Hickory review. It's from 2 years ago. It's from Derek Monreen.
I bet he watches.
Is this the one?
What one?
No, it's just there's only 5, but 2 of them don't have anything. One just says good fireworks, 1 star. And here's the other one. Since we made it a game and we got a few minutes, I wanted to just get us to 50 minutes because we took time talking about the fight and stuff and didn't really have a lot else. So anyway, was going to try to take my kids to Sunday's game, July 3rd, 2016. Was going to purchase the family 4-pack of tickets. Couldn't figure out how to do it online, so called the stadium. Well, that's your problem. It's pretty easy online. Where I was informed that they don't offer the family 4-packs for certain games. Yeah, like the 4th of July weekend.
This is the one that started that whole beef with us.
Those games should be listed under the family 4-pack section.
This is a 2-year-old.
So that you know not to look for it. The only exception they listed when I was looking was Christian rock concert nights. Why would you even want to go to that? And 2 hours before game time. So glad I didn't tell my kids we were going. Certainly don't like to disappoint. Nicely false advertised. Hey, there are a billion ways to get free tickets to a Crawdads game. So,
Billion!
Ask somebody.
That's my phone. Why are you getting out of here? There's nothing else good.
Yeah, there's...
The only beef we had was that guy on Facebook. You talking about
Yeah.
the Annapolis guy?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Hiyo, kitty.
I'm trying to find a good, 5-star review that mentions something about 108.
I didn't see one. I was trying to look for something.
Well, let me ask y'all this, because I've been thinking about this week too.
Okay.
And then I heard, someone actually listens to the show, so let's put this in ear. All right, something that's dedicated, very personal to me, and we made it happen. And if you go to any other ballpark, every single flipping game, they say something about it. Why can we not have someone say something about the red seat? I don't want to have to pay $5 every night.
What do you mean?
I mean, everybody...
And where was it? Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach.
They say that they do the national anthem. It's either before or after the national anthem. It's before the national anthem. They pan in on the seat and say it's to remember
I got another bitch about this too.
the MIAs and all that, and they give a moment of silence for that.
Oh, so you want there to be a moment during Crawdads games that points out
acknowledgement.
Acknowledgement of that.
That'd be cool. That'd be great.
I mean, like I said, it's not for me, but it is for me, and it's for my...
It's not for me, but it is for
my
well, I mean,
brothers.
it's
I know
not
what you
for
mean.
you.
I know what
It's
you
not
mean.
being
I know what
this
you mean.
is what Alan did.
No,
it's about,
I don't give two shits. I didn't do nothing.
It's about saying this is to honor the military people.
Because if it's not for them, what would we be doing? It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good point. We should have
I'm not
something
going
done
back to the whole Burlington thing. Hey, they done this. We need to do that too. But we need to acknowledge that we have partnered with this organization. Whether it be red, whether it be the POWMIA, it doesn't matter. If there's a seat there and that, people have put money in and the city, helped out a little bit too, we should acknowledge that. I don't know. That's just my thing too. I want that to be acknowledged. In Myrtle Beach, they done that, and then in the middle of the game, they said, would any active or, veterans of the Air Force please stand up? Give them a recognition if they're there, and then they go to each service member, which I thought was super flipping cool. I made it on the Jumbotron, supposedly, but whatever. And then, speaking of that, we pay all this money to get a brand new scoreboard in our stadium. We got someone walking around with a camera, and there's no video of what's going on. Like, if there's something going on up in the concourse, we're sitting all the way down on the front row. We can't see up there.
And sometimes they do.
Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Why does it not happen all the time? If there's a reason, great. If there's a lack of staffing, then find somebody that's at the game all the time if you need help. I done said I'd help no matter what if you need help for free, because I want to make the experience in this stadium great for the people that have never came. You know, there was people sitting behind us tonight that they done what we done last year and wanted to hit every single ballpark in North Carolina. I always want to make the fan that never has come into that stadium want to come back. Whether, you know, and sometimes we do get too rowdy, you know, and sometimes we don't. But I just want to make this place better, and there's things that I don't get, and I know I'm just as a fan that I'm not supposed to get. But if you have this thing where, you know, we're the only ballpark in the minor league that has a red chair, why not say something about it? It's been there almost a year now, and it's only been twice, 1-2 times that y'all have said something about it. And I actually had to ask the general manager, because we were going to have Gloria come in, but some stuff happened that she couldn't come. And I said, you know, she's not going to make it. Can we at least say something about the chair? And they did. But if I hadn't said anything, who knows if anything would have been said about that chair. So, it's been a rantful evening for me.
Well, it's been a rantful evening for all three of us, or two of us. She hasn't really said much, but because, I mean, it's been a heated weekend. There's been fights and all that, or brouhahas and all that. There's been me and Jeremy and Jordan and Scott and trying to get under the skin of Anthony, and then me by myself trying to get under the skin of Anthony. There's been a lot of stuff, and I don't want it to be bookended by rants. I don't want there to be all this negativity, so I'll say something fun. Hell froze over this weekend, and I participated in the wave 2 times. Because I was super excited on Friday night because of the fight, so I did it. And then I was super excited tonight because we were winning 7-0, and I did it. So, 2 times this weekend, hell froze over. It's getting crazy down there. So, yeah, did the wave twice this weekend. Jennifer Day, we're almost done with this show. I don't even know if you have anything, but if you do, take it away.
A couple things. I learned tonight that we're a little bit of weirdos, and we raise our children to be weirdos. And not everybody likes scary stuff, and that's why we can't have a Halloween night this year. Because, you know, ball games are for children, and not all children like scary, freaky clowns. Isn't that weird?
There's a lot of adults that doesn't like scary clowns.
Okay.
It makes me sad.
Okay.
But when you say that there's a Halloween themed, you should already know coming in that there's going to be a creepy clown. Don't come.
I love the Halloween night,
but
I get it. If kids don't like that, then
yeah.
It's not that marketable. I'm not done.
Okay, I'm going to end the show on a joke. So you do your thing, and you guys are going to get ready for my big, awesome joke.
Well, there was a heated discussion today at the tailgate about the Ball 4 chant. And so I just wanted to say, statistically speaking, tonight, we had 100% success rate with the Ball 4 chant. Okay. We did it twice tonight.
Jeremy said you were going to say that.
Upon chant 1,
you noticed.
We got a home run. Upon the second one, it was Ball 4. So it was 100% success rate.
100% success rate doing it the wrong way.
That is on day 1.
For tonight.
We'll keep everybody posted on the statistics.
There might be a full
next week.
There might be a full debate if we ever get that third channel going, but I don't know if we will. So, are you guys ready for my big joke that's going to end the show?
I'm so excited.
Alan, are you ready for my big joke?
Sure.
All right. So, Monday's OJ night. All right. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it to the game or not. You know? Like, I got to work until 8 o'clock, and the game will probably be almost halfway over by then. But
7.
But I still want to come to the game, but I don't know if I'll be able to make it in time. But I'll take a stab at it. Okay, that's been the Dirty Balls Podcast. Alan, say the thing.
Wear red on Friday.
Jennifer, hit the button. Goodbye. Have a great week, everybody. Happy birthday to me.
Yeet yeet.